Hello, my name is Chef Ava and welcome to the Heart of the Kitchen. Making Snazalicious chocolate cake. The ingredients you will need are a box of Pillsbury chocolate cake mix, some vegetable oil, 4 eggs, some sour cream, Hershey's chocolate chips, a box of instant pudding, some Crisco, and a bump pan. We need to preheat our oven to 350. Start by taking a large bowl and pouring our Pillsbury chocolate cake mix into it. Follow my instructions and not the instructions on the back of the box. Okay. Make sure you get all of it out of the bag. Next, you have to add 4 eggs. I crack them into a bowl before I put them in so that I know if I get any shell in there, I can just take it out instead of having the shell in my cake pasta. You've added your eggs to the cake mix. We're ready to add a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. Oh yeah, I forgot, it's a new one. Oh no, it's a block. After you're done pouring, you're going to want to get 1/2 cup of warm water. Now you pour it in. Now we add a cup of sour cream. I'm using the generic brand, but any brand works. So make sure you get it all in there. You might want to use a spatula for assistance. So now we will be adding the chocolate pudding, and I'm using a generic brand. And it looks good so far. So here are my scissors. Okay. Here to get it all in there. So now it's time to mix it. And after this, we are going to grease our pan because this needs to sit for a couple minutes. And we need to grease our pan because if you don't know, when you don't grease it, it sticks to the bottom of the pan and then you can't do anything. But you can make cake pops, which will be in one of my later videos. I know this doesn't look too good right now, it sort of looks like marshmallows, but that's not what it is. And it's really good when it's all done. You may want to sample it just to make sure it's good. Let the cake sit in for a couple minutes, and in the meantime, grease your pan. So this is just a little Crisco, and all you need to do is get it with some paper towel or a plastic bag, which acts as a mitten, and then you just need to rub. And with bump pans, if it has sort of a design at the bottom like mine does, you really need to make sure you get into all the cracks. See, notice the design I have and the creases, and see how I'm getting into each of them. Make sure you get it all over the sides too. Another way to make sure that the cake really doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan is to add flour on top of the Crisco. And all you need to do is sprinkle it around. And then sprinkle. As long as you use more than a tablespoon, you should be good. So all I'm doing is just tapping it to make sure that it gets on all of the sides. And then I can take it to my sink, and the stuff that piles up, I can just dump out. For the fun part, adding the chocolate chips. I'm using Hershey's chocolate chips, and you are going to use 1.5 cups. They're so yummy. I'm using the Hershey's brand, and there's the semi-sweet chocolate chips. You always want the semi-sweet ones because they just taste better, I think. And You can also use Toll House or a generic brand. These are just what I measure these puppies. We have a cup. That looks really good. And a half, about, yeah. More for eating. Time to stir. Ooh, wow, this looks really good. Oh. If you think you need more, you can always add a little bit more. It's time to add it to our bump pan. You really want to make sure that it's well spread out. It's so thick, it's hard to get off of the spoon. Now put your scrumptious batter into the oven. Now don't forget to put your batter into the oven for 45 minutes. Doesn't this look good? So this is the cake when it is done. Let it cool before we put on the front. To make sure that your cake is done, all you need to do is stick in a toothpick and pull it out. If there is nothing on the toothpick, you know that your cake is done. If there is stuff that comes off on the toothpick, put it back in the oven for 5 minutes and then test it again, and if it's still not done, put it back in the oven for 5 minutes. Make sure though that you don't put it into a chocolate chip because that does end up on the toothpick. Process, you're going to transfer your cake to your plate. So all you need to do is put your plate on top of your cake, grab the cake from the bottom, and throw it up like this. And there's your cake. Isn't it gorgeous? You're doing the frosting. If you do not want to put frosting on your cake, it is completely fine. You can just serve it like this. If you want to put frosting on, you can either glaze it, which is what I am doing, or you can just put it on. And I am using the Betty Crocker cream cheese frosting. So the first thing that we need to do is empty it all into a big bowl. Well, it doesn't have to be a big bowl, but a bowl. Okay? Any type of frosting you want. And what you're going to do now is, after emptying it out, you are just going to smooth all the frosting down. Just like this, because of what we're going to do next. We're going to put our frosting in the microwave on a 30-second increment. Like after 30 seconds. It is not quite done yet because it is still very, very thick. Into the microwave for 30 seconds. Alright. Doesn't this look good? So, what we are going to do with this is mix it all up. All we need to do is take our spoon and drizzle it over the cake. And keep on doing that until you think the cake has enough. Well, it will not only look good, it tastes good too! As you can see, this process is a little bit time consuming, but in the end, it is all worth it. My name is Chef Ava, and thank you for watching The Heart of the Kitchen. We will be making Snazalicious Ooh! Some crisp
No.